Life begins at conception. From that very moment, a unique genetic code exists, distinct from the mother, distinct from the father. That new life is human, not potentially human. Ending it is ending a human life.
You're oversimplifying. Yes, there's unique DNA at conception, but DNA alone doesn't define personhood. We don't treat sperm or eggs as people, even though they have DNA. Personhood involves consciousness, viability, and the capacity to exist independently.
But the difference is, sperm and eggs alone cannot become a person unless they unite. Once conception happens, that's the only biological starting point for a new human life. There is no other clear marker. If we move the goalpost to viability or awareness, we're deciding arbitrarily.
It's not arbitrary. It's about bodily autonomy. The fetus depends entirely on the mother's body. Until it can survive outside, it's part of her biological system. She should have the ultimate say over whether to continue that process.
If we say dependence makes life less valuable, then newborns, the disabled, or people in comas lose moral protection. Dependency should never decide worth.
That's not the same. A newborn can be cared for by anyone. A fetus exists only inside one person's body. Forcing pregnancy is forcing someone to use their body against their will. That's a violation of personal liberty.
So should liberty override life itself? If personal freedom allows ending an innocent life, we're setting a dangerous precedent. The most vulnerable should have the most protection.
It's not about wanting to end a life. It's about preventing the state from controlling a woman's reproductive choices. If we force pregnancy, we're turning women into vessels, stripping away their rights over their own bodies.
But the unborn child's body is not her body. It's another life. We can't use my body as an argument to justify ending someone else's body.
You're ignoring the fact that no other situation requires someone to give their body to keep another alive. We don't force organ donations, even if it would save someone. Why should pregnancy be treated differently?
Because pregnancy isn't the same as a sudden organ donation request. It's the natural result of a biological process, often caused knowingly. With responsibility comes duty.
That assumes every pregnancy is planned. What about rape survivors? Should they be forced to carry the rapist's child? That's not responsibility, that's cruelty.
Rape is a horrific crime, and the rapist should face the harshest punishment. But the child is innocent. Should we punish a child for the crime of their father?
You're framing it like a punishment for the child, but what about the lifelong trauma for the mother? She's already been violated. Forcing her to go through pregnancy is compounding that harm.
I understand the emotional weight, but if we value human life consistently, we can't make exceptions based on circumstances. Life is life.
Consistency is noble, but morality also requires compassion. Sometimes the most humane choice is not to bring a child into unbearable circumstances.
Who decides what circumstances are unbearable? Many people born into hardship go on to live meaningful, happy lives.
And many don't, ending up in cycles of poverty, abuse, and neglect. Pro-choice is about trusting the person closest to the situation to decide, not a government or ideology.
But if choice overrides the right to life, the most defenseless have no chance at all. That's why laws exist, to protect those who cannot protect themselves.
But laws can also be oppressive. The same argument was once used against women voting or interracial marriage. Protecting rights means protecting choice, even if others disagree.
Yet the right to choose shouldn't extend to ending an innocent life. If we normalize that, what else will we justify in the name of choice?
That's a slippery slope argument and it's flawed. This is a unique case because pregnancy directly involves one person's body sustaining another. That makes it unlike any other moral dilemma.
Even so, if we redefine life based on convenience or capability, we risk devaluing life in all forms.
And if we ignore bodily autonomy, we risk turning people into property of the state. Both values matter, life and liberty, but forcing pregnancy tips the balance dangerously.
But isn't life the foundation of liberty? Without life, liberty means nothing.
And without liberty, life is not worth living. That's the paradox. We can't preserve one by erasing the other.
Still, I believe we must err on the side of protecting the life that cannot speak for itself.
And I believe we must err on trusting individuals to make their own moral choices because no law can fully understand personal circumstances.
That would be back to the same impasse, the conflict between protecting life and respecting choice. I'm not sure either of us will convince the other.
Probably not, but maybe the goal isn't to win. Maybe it's to keep asking these hard questions so society doesn't stop thinking critically about them.
Life starts at conception, period. You can dress it up in science or rights talk, but ending it is ending a human life.
Wait! You can't hijack someone's body for 9 months and call it protection. That's not life-saving, that's state-controlled slavery.
No, it's protecting the voiceless. You're just sugarcoating killing by calling it choice.
You're forcing birth without offering support. Where's your pro-life when that baby's born into poverty and pain?
Wait, fixing poverty doesn't require killing the child first. That's lazy morality.
No, lazy morality is pretending 9 months of forced pregnancy isn't life-altering or deadly for some women.
And deadly for the unborn when you choose abortion. 2 lives are at stake, but you only care about one?
Because one is an actual person right now. You can't strip her rights to maybe save a potential future.
No, potential or not, it's human life. If we don't defend it at its weakest, our morals mean nothing.
And if we don't defend a living person's freedom over her own body, our so-called morals are just chains.
No, it's defending the voiceless. You're just rebranding killing and slapping the word choice on it to feel better.
And you're rebranding forced pregnancy as care. Where's your love for life when the baby's born into hunger and abuse?
Wait, poverty is a problem you solve by helping people, not by eliminating the child before it even breathes.
No, you're acting like pregnancy is a harmless inconvenience. It can wreck health, careers, and futures forever.
And abortion wrecks a life permanently, except that life can't fight back or tell you it wants to live.
Because one life is already here, living, breathing, thinking. Why risk hers for a cluster of cells?
No, that cluster has its own heartbeat, its own DNA. That's not her body, it's another human entirely.
Yet it can't exist without her. We don't force people to donate blood or kidneys. Why force their whole body?
Wait, pregnancy is a natural consequence of creating life. With actions comes responsibilities. You can't just erase them.
No, you're assuming pregnancy is ever planned. What about rape, coercion, or medical danger? Still call that responsibility?
Yes, because the child is innocent. Punish the criminal, not the unborn.
And punish the woman by chaining her to a pregnancy she never chose? That's not morality, that's cruelty dressed as virtue.